Going UBL Nation, welcome back to another rendition of everyone's favorite segment, the Weekly Pickems. This time with like 10 billion times more SCUFF, so let's just get right into it. I am joined with the guest as per usual. Introduce yourself.
Well, you came crawling back to me, did you?
You came crawling back to me, mister.
Of all the people, you had to get me back for the second time.
Yeah, you were the only one that reacted. You're the only one.
I reacted. I was like, I mean, if no one else is going to, I'm perfectly fine joining. I like doing this.
I mean, to be honest, to peel back the curtain a little bit, you were the last person I messaged. Because I was like, are you fire reacting because like, hey, this is awesome, or like, because you want to do it? And they were like, nah, we don't really want to do it. I was like, that's fair. So yeah, joined once again by the King. It's been dominating this league with a 5-0 record and an iron fist. That's crazy.
Yeah, I did it. I've secured playoffs.
Congratulations, claps to this man. But yeah, we have more Pickems here. Let's just get right into it. We have our first matchup, one that's been hotly anticipated in the Dusk Division. It's going to be between Gig and Lord Nobody, the top two seeds.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting.
You have any early thoughts on this matchup other than, wow, Nobody's team is broken, and wow, how is Gig undefeated?
I mean, both of those points are quite true. So initially it's like, okay, sure, you look at the two S+ tiers that both teams have and you think, okay, sure, Incineroar matches really good into Chien-Pao. But then Lord Nobody's team kind of does reasonably well into Incineroar. If you like go Special Val, Volcarona doesn't really care about what it wants to do. Empoleon will get Defiant boot, but not Defiant Competitive because it's actually a good ability now.
What do you mean? Everyone was running Liquidation Steelwing Empoleon. What are you talking about?
True. So yeah, the Incineroar isn't quite as free as I think Gig would want it to be, but I mean, it's still not bad here. Like, good damage into Reuniclus, pretty much shuts down Thwackey, other than just fake out, and that's it. So
I love how funny that sentence sounds. Like, oh no, Thwackey gets completely shut down by Incineroar, and like, no, Thwackey's always a problem when you're up against Nobody, huh?
Yeah, they just know how to use it. People have tried. This is the thing about Thwackey. People have tried. Many people have tried using Thwackey. Only Lord Nobody has gotten it to work.
Even Cathy's used it this season. She was like, fuck it, I'm taking Dragargle.
Yeah. I had it in Season 7. I never brought it.
Has nobody brought it yet? The Thwack? Have they brought it to a game?
I can check.
Oh, also, I didn't say it yet. Happy Pride Month. Obligatory Happy Pride Month, because... Be proud.
Be proud. We are proud enjoyers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are you, Thwackey? Thwackey is currently 0-0. That doesn't necessarily, it hasn't been brought to a game, it's just it's 0-0.
Yeah.
It's just it's highly likely it hasn't been brought to a game.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I see 8 Pokemon on the screen that are substantially better than Thwackey. Luxray is kind of debatable, but the other 8 are pretty solid.
Yeah, which, in a way, it kind of makes me happy, because that means that Lord Nobody's actually made like a team that doesn't rely on Thwackey, which is really cool, because they do use Thwackey a lot, and it's nice to have comfort Pokemon like that, but having a season where it's like, you realise, wait, I can play without it, is kind of it's like an eye-opener. It was like, for me in singles, like, I was like, I have to draft Florges. Like, I can't go a team without drafting Florges. Like, I have to have Florges.
And I've had some harsh words to say about Florges.
And then, like, I had to learn how to play without it, and then I had to learn how to play offensive teams instead of sit there and be bulky teams, and then then I learned. So hopefully this will be a nice learning experience with Lord Nobody. But one learning experience for Gig has been, how have they made this team work to 5-0?
How have they made Iron Leaves work? When you have Iron Leaves as your A tier? I mean, these two are A tiers.
But I say it's a B tier.
It's a B? Oh yeah, it is a B tier, right, I forgot.
Because Incineroar's S++. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's another thing that's cool is that I think these are the only coaches that have really made like that S+ gamble like work for them. Because I know Rat has Xian Pao, but his season's been kind of shaky. I don't know if anyone else has an S+.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I can't think of any. So, also, I've just realized, and I feel like this could be said for a lot of matchups, but it feels particularly true here. If Gig can give Galarian Zapdos speed control, it goes not so here.
Oh yeah, no, Zapdos is crazy here. It sucks that it's probably never going to be faster than the top 3, because those are the 3 that you want to be faster than Xian Pao and Val with that dual stab. But like Scrafty, Empoleon, Volcarona, Thwackey, it eats them all up.
Yeah. Even like Throat Chop on Reuniclus didn't do a hefty chunk.
Yeah. I will say though, I'm pretty sure Gyarados also gets a knockoff, so I don't think you had to use Throat Chop. But
I feel fair enough. Well, you know.
I mean, you can block the Psychic Noise for Reuniclus. There you go. That's the.
Yeah. I also feel like, weirdly enough, if like Gig wants to get cheeky, they could do something with Orphalum here. Because there are a few Pokemon that really can't touch it. Like, Xian Pao's not going to do a lot to it. Thwackey isn't. Scrafty isn't. And, if you especially defensive invest in it and give it the right terror, then, things like Empoleon, Reuniclus, and Noivern aren't going to do too much to it.
I don't know about that one. I feel like Sacred Sword from Xian Pao is going to be doing, a good 50%.
I don't know. I mean, what is 145 base defense?
Yeah, it's 145 defense, 60 HP.
Yeah, but even still, any move from Orphalum will kill the Xian Pao back, whether it's a Heavy Slam or Gyro Ball or Body Press.
Yeah, Body Press is the main one.
I mean, yeah, Body Press is the main one, but, But I think, if Gig wants to get cheeky, I think, they could bring Orthworm as, a 6th mon. And then if they don't see, a special Val or a special Volcarona, they could, bring it as an endgame mon here.
Hold on, let me do some calculations.
Other things to note, I guess, Garchomp does not look great here, which feels like one of Gig's bigger threats, on the team as a whole.
Yeah.
And also now they've got the slower Tailwind because the Noivern's faster than the Torn. Though Torn is more reliable at getting up the Tailwind just because it's it actually has a bulk. But there's things like Xian Pao and a faster Val with Icy Wind. Yeah, this honestly looks like a really rough matchup for Gig.
It does. Alright, I ran the numbers real fast. Orthworm, if it's especially defensive Orthworm, it gets 2-shot by Xian Pao. Just max attack, no item.
Okay.
So that is kind of rough. Yeah, just 53 to 63, which is a lot. And I agree with you. This matchup looks incredibly nobody favored, just because I think nobody has the best team in the league. by far, it doesn't have a ground type, which is kind of a notable weakness. But Gig's electric type is Poch fucking Risu, so
yeah. I mean, it's not really a damage dealing one.
I also think aside from Incineroar, Gig's whole team really struggles with touching Reuniclus. The whole squad does not want to fuck with that. And
there's like Megahorn from.
Oh shit! You're right. From the leaves.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, you have like a bunch of knockoff clickers. You have like Incineroar, Gyarados, Torn, and I guess you have fucking X's or Garchomp and Megahorn on the leaves. But then you just tear your Reuniclus into like, I don't know, Fairy, and you're kind of fine versus most of the team.
Yeah, actually, what does Gig do against the Fairy Reuniclus? Cry?
Yeah, and then you have like the Scrafty.
I think is a good option.
Yeah. I mean, you have Scrafty that can support it, you have Val that can support it, you have Volcarona that can like redirect and support it.
Yeah. The thing is as well, it's like, okay, so I look at Gig's like support mons here, and the support mons honestly look really good. Like, I think Incineroar looks pretty solid here. I think Dashbone actually doesn't look too bad here. Like, it's got good resistances and can use like Baby Doll Eyes.
And it's well baked. Can't forget that.
And well baked, which means it's like kind of immune to Volcarona. Like, kind of. It would need something that wasn't one of its stabs to do more damage. And then Pachirisu, you know, Lord Nobody has a lot of single targeting damage on the team. So, like, the support is good. It's just there's nothing to support that's really gonna help Gig win this, I think. Whereas I think Lord Nobody can just put on a ton of pressure and win that way.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Gig is like a strong enough battler to where this is probably going to go game 3, but I think Nobody just has a more solid matchup and like a clearer direction. And not to say that like Gig hasn't prepped and battled his way out of kind of a shaky like matchup, because he's done that a lot this season. That's why he's 5-0. But I think this is the toughest matchup to steer out of. And it's against the best opponent he's gone up against yet, like skill-wise, other than maybe Cannor.
Yeah. Also, I just realized, like, if Lord Nobody wants to be, like, well, have the option to throw Gig for a loop, they can just bring Trick Room.
Yeah, no, Trick Room looks super good here, and Gig does not have much into Trick Room, but, like...
No.
Reuniclus sets it, and then you have Empoleon Scrafty, which can hit pretty freaking hard.
I was honestly gonna say, like, Min Speed Guts Facade friggin' looks right.
wait, now you're cooking. With the Terra Normal? Oh shit.
Yeah, like, that's gonna hurt. And
it's like, gonna hurt.
It's like, cool, Incineroar's gonna come in, Terra Fairy the Reuniclus, as we said before, and, you know, start blasting. Maybe even focus blasting if you want to get spicy with it.
Yeah. I think this is definitely a matchup for Gig where, like, Incineroar or Milotic both have to come. I think Gyarados has to come as well. And probably Torn. So I feel like his prep is, like, kind of streamlined in the Pokemon that he can bring, whereas Nobody is a lot more flexible. But with that added flexibility, it makes it kind of hard to nail down the right 6. So it's awkward for both.
Yeah.
But yeah, are you going to give it to Nobody?
I'm going to give it to Nobody.
Entirely fair.
That's my go.
I think I'm also going to give it to Nobody. Nothing against Gig, but Nobody's been on a tear recently. 3 wins in a row. See if he can make it 4. And, I mean, that's going to be tight. It's going to be really close between the top 2 teams in Dusk and the Dock. Oh, is it working? Hello? Hey, there we go. And we can bring Fireball over. Oh my god. My laptop is on fire right now. There we go. Just like the Fire Tauros.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. We good? Okay. Jesus Christ.
You okay?
I think so. What is happening in my laptop?
That was me.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, get your hands off the dock.
It wasn't changing for me.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit. Yeah. Oops.
Anyway,
we're here for
St. Louis Talonflames versus Grafton Grambles. Cannor coming off a a pretty big win.
Mm-hmm. Keeping
and
the playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, and I'll say it because I was one of the people involved in the prep for Cannor's last match. That man prepared. Like, that's the most I've ever seen him prepare for a non-playoff match. Like, he was doing multiple mocks, he was DMing Cathy, and then he even DM'd me because he was like, alright, here are my mocks, review the replays, tell me what I did wrong. And I was like,
damn.
Yeah, sure. And so I gave him an essay on like how he was playing, and he was like, yeah, damn, you right. And then he did more mocks and he started winning more, and then look at the outcome of the match. So he's wanting to do it. Mm-hmm. So don't count Cannor out.
Never count out the GOAT. You can't count out the GOAT. Up against him is Pyrus. Okay, hold on. I think Pyrus just played a game versus Big Eris. Ooh, yeah. As of about an hour before we were recording this.
Yeah, Pyrus... so that was the week 5 one. So these are two and 3 coaches now.
Yeah, both 2 and 3, both fighting for the chance to stay in playoffs. The loser of this is knocked out. Pyrus is on a pretty unfortunate 3-game losing streak, whereas Cannor kind of broke his losing spell recently. So, in a very difficult matchup. So I'd say the momentum kind of favors Cannor here. And This is kind of something we talked about in like the mid-season recap, where like it feels like we're at a point now where a lot of coaches kind of understand Pyrus' game plan, and that's making it harder and harder for them to like prep around it.
Yeah, for sure. Not to mention this time, Cannor actually has something faster than a booster speed, Sandy Shocks.
Yeah.
And can very much KO that thing in one hit.
And he can very much be modest and just click buttons, and nothing can stop it.
Yeah. Granted, from what I saw in the last match that Pyrus played, I don't believe they actually brought gravity. They were just booster special attack offensive. So I think they're starting to break out of that habit, which might be a bad thing for Cannor because it's less predictable. But also, I mean, honestly, like, Snow looks so good here.
Just look at Bundle. Just, like, look at the resist. Let's just scroll down to the resist chart here. And, let's see. Oh, it's all loading in. Oh, nice. Okay. This is super SCUFF.
I mean,
let's go.
4 and 4?
Yeah, look at this ice graph. Ooh, not that many resists. And one of them is weak to freeze dry. One of them is Infernape, which is weak to Hydro Pump. And the other one is Fortress, which is not a real Pokemon. So...
It also gets 2-8 KO'd by Hydro Pump anyway.
Bro, that thing gets 2-8 KO'd by fucking Water Pulse.
Yeah.
He's chilling water and it's quaking in his goddamn boots.
Now, in fairness, Gambit used... I think it might have been Luminion, but... Finneon can do the same, of using Terrafius Storm Drain to be immune to Bundle.
Okay, Finneon's a little bit different.
It can hold an Eviolite, though.
It can hold an Eviolite. You know what else it can do? It can get 3 KO'd by Ice Beam.
True, but that does keep Infernape safe.
I guess.
And I think Infernape is probably the best shot that Pyrus has got in this matchup.
I think the better thing is to just run Vacuum Wave on like Infernape or like Gale Wings, Air Slash on Talonflame, or the super secret tech, Vacuum Wave Gardevoir, because it gets that for some fucking reason. And any of those completely explode the Iron Bundle.
They can, but I honestly think that because of how much bulk that Bundle could afford to run in this matchup, it could probably live some of those.
Honestly, probably, but I don't know. I think Infernape just also looks good in general, like Special Infernape especially. Looks really good for Pyrus here. Just
yeah, like Infernape is the big thing here, because like Ogerpon's really awkward into snow, and sure it's good for the Tauros, but it's Fire Tauros, so like it's gonna get nuked.
Yeah, get hit by that motherfucking Scorpion Sands with the Terra Ground. Shit.
Cannor actually has options to go for Trick Room as well, and some of the Trick Room Pokemon here are going to hit very hard.
Oh, absolutely. Caparaja? Ancient Caparaj and Mr. Rhydon? Redonkulous.
Yeah, and even some of, like, the supporting differences, the fact that it's Courtney versus Murkrow, and one of those is immune to the other.
And one of them gets Tailwind and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, true. But it just means that, like, one of the, like, I mean, Murkrow can just go for Pranks to Taunt, and that's Courtney completely shut down.
Yeah.
And Courtney can't do the same back. It can't touch the Murkrow, other than with a Dazzling Gleam for about, like, 25% if you're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, Murkrow itself also doesn't do a ton of damage here, just because Pyrus' team is, like, very resilient against dark types. So Foul Play's not going to be doing much. So it is kind of just like a Tailwind bot, and maybe, like, extraneous support with, like, Feather Dance, or, like, Haze or some shit. I don't know what else it gets. I think it probably gets Thunder Wave.
One of the big ones is Quash, which could be really nice.
Ah.
The Quash.
The Quash.
So you could do like Murkrow, Tauros, and if they do lead the Ogerpon, you can quash the Ogerpon, so you can make sure Tauros gets the kill on it.
Yeah, after you give it that scary Defiant boost. Ogerpon in general is very difficult for Pyrus to use, because, like, so much of Cannor's team is good into grass types. Like, yeah. It really is just going hunting for the Rhydon, and praying it gets the Defiant boost to do much damage. Which is good and bad, because for Cannor here, I feel like Fireball both looks really good and really bad. Because, like, oh yeah, Fireball is a check to Infernape, but it also loses to Shocks, and Gardevoir, and Latios, and Talonflame. 3 of them 4 are definitely coming.
Yeah, and then there's potential Intimidate Quillfish as well.
Yeah.
So, like,
maybe you just leave it on the bench and you just bring, like, what? Bundle, you bring your Snowcore, you bring some form of Trick Room, and probably, like, Murkrow in there.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just not realizing, does Cannor's team not have Fake Out?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Right? Okay, wow. Road does not like Covert Cloak. I don't know. That's an interesting decision to me, because I stressed a lot about getting Fake Out Pokemon, but kind of getting ahead of myself.
Like, some other Pokemon that could come from Cannor's side is, like, maybe Mismagius, because you kind of want, like, a 6th Mon.
Yeah. Mismagius, I mean, Mismagius came in huge that last game, and it's also pretty good here. Like, there's not a lot of great Ghost Switch-ins. The only resist is the Quillfish, but, like, these two get kind of blown up, and Infernape gets kind of blown up. It does outspeed, but, like...
If we're talking about how good Special Infernape is, then it's not going to Mismagius.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely going to hit. I mean, I guess it could be, like, mixed with, like, knockoff close combat, so that way you still hit hard into, like, Mismagius and Umbreon.
Yeah. And then, like, Vacuum Wave. But then, like, that's going into, like, real 4-move sort syndrome, because, like, you probably want Fake Out as well.
And you want, like, a Fire move, and you want a maybe Ground move if you can fit it.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, as we're saying, Infernape looks incredible here, but boy, has it got a lot of pressure on it. Like, I could see Infernape Sandy Shocks doing some really good damage here. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of cleaning up after that. Maybe you bring Swampert for Wide Guard as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you're really worried about the Blizzard spam, like, it's not a bad idea. It's good into Tauros.
I don't know, it's just weird because, like, Freeze Dry.
I mean, Freeze Dry, yeah, you probably have to Terror it. But also it's good into Copperajah and Rhydon. So I could absolutely see Swampert actually doing some pretty meaningful work here.
Yeah, I think Pert kind of has to come. It really sucks that Copperajah lost Power Whip. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Swampert would be getting exploded at approximately 300 frames a second. I think Pyrus really needs to be in the kitchen to win this one, though. And I think Cannor is, like, more determined than ever to take this one. I know Cannor does have a problem where, like, sometimes he doesn't respect his opponent. But I would hope Cannor's in the headspace now to realize that he doesn't have that luxury and kind of has to take on everyone as serious as possible. So in that vein, my vote is for Cannor.
I have to go with the go. I have to go with Cannor. No offense to Pyrus, of course, and I think their team is really good. It's just, this is probably the worst matchup I've seen for it.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of now or never for Pyrus because, I mean, I guess both of these coaches are 3 losses. One more loss gets them out of playoffs. But just that bad juju of 3 losses in a row, it gets you at times. And
yeah.
I don't know. Pyrus is going to need some anime protagonist power boost to get
They can absolutely do it, for sure. It's just gonna be tough. For sure.
Alright. So my computer shits itself. We move on to the next matchup. Firebolt is lost in limbo. Yeah, this is gonna be real fun to look at in the editing and just see just my computer absolutely fucking chugging these frames.
Oh my god.
So, we have Kris, we have Air, or I guess we have Air and then we have Kris. Both these teams are also 2-3. So,
yes, this is also a big one. 1 loss and you're out.
Yeah. Air did just take a loss after getting 2 nice wins. I think Kris has gone 2-0 since they've taken over their team, though. Or no, they lost to Cannor. Is Kris 2-3?
Yeah, so that.
Wait.
Yeah, they're 2-3.
Wow. Okay, the math is not mathing in my brain, but I will trust the scoreboard because the mods have never done me wrong. 07.
Yeah, totally.
Oh wow.
Listen,
anyway, first up,
listen, I haven't done anything with Dusk in like a minute, so
that's fair. Anyway, as always, Air's hopes and dreams of winning this match are entirely reliant on Spectre. Can you tell I don't like that very much about his team?
I mean,
I only bring it up every week.
I mean, the thing is they both got the priority tailwind here, so there's no illusion on who's going, like, that they can both go fast. It's just like the natural speed of Air's team is there, like, even without Spectre. Like, you know, Cobalion is still faster than everything that isn't named Electrode.
But Electrode, honestly, I could see Electrode coming this week and just clicking like Electroweb. That was kind of good into Air's team.
Yeah, I think the only issue is the fact that Wintercott is going to set up the tailwind, and you kind of like, it's kind of that awkward scenario where you're like, well, because we both have priority tailwind, if one of us does it and the other doesn't, then like they're in a losing battle. So it might just be a case of you're forced to bring the prio tailwind, or you really hard set on Trick Room, which I think Trick Room from sorry, I forget the name, because from Crow, right?
From Kris.
Kris, sorry. Listen, it's been a rough day for me.
we talked about it a bit before the call. Winda's been fighting demons. Everyone send your support to Winda.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough one. But yeah, so to Kris, I think they've got the advantage for Trick Room for sure. Hydrapple in Trick Room looks nasty.
Yeah, Hydrapple looks crazy here. I think, in general, Kris is incredibly incentivized to bring Trick Room, and this team in Trick Room is markedly better than Air's team in Trick Room.
Yeah.
Staunchly, that was what I was looking for.
Just the Pokemon that, like, Kris has, for, like I say, this Hydrapple just looks insane. Like, even outside of Trick Room, like, it still looks pretty good. It's just in Trick Room, it's gonna be able to get those those like grass type moves and dragon type moves off a lot easier.
Yeah, and it can be like Terra Poison, Terra Blast, hit Whimsicott. And it's just like, where's the switching?
Yeah. I'm gonna double check something before I look like a fool.
A bit foolish.
Yes.
Yes, it gets Hydro Pump, we know.
No, it's not that. Do you?
I probably get so many fucking
You
moves. I also get Nasty Plot, Hydro Pump, and Earth Power. Like, hello?
So another point is, like, while I don't think Abominable is maybe the pick for Trick Room as another attacker.
I think Abominable looks pretty great here, honestly.
It looks alright, but I was gonna say Chloritzer because it does get Sludge Bomb.
Ooh, I didn't even know it got that.
That's what I was double checking, because I was like, I swear it gets Sludge Bomb.
I never knew it got that. I only knew about Flash Cannon, because that gets boosted by the Mega Launcher.
It does not.
Yeah, well, Sludge Bomb doesn't get it. I know Flash Cannon does.
Flash Cannon does not.
Wait, it doesn't? By Mega Launcher?
Nope. It does not. I learned that one the hard way when I was doing calcs with Mega Blastoise, and I was like, why is this doing no damage?
What?
And then I learned.
Okay, whoa. That's blowing my mind. I've only ever seen Blastoise use, like, Flash Cannon, and I was like, it's gotta be Mega Launcher boosted, surely.
No, it's not. It's only Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, and then Terrain Pulse, which I'm going to go on a rant here. Why does Chloritzer not get Terrain Pulse anymore? It got it in Gen 8, it's in Generation 9, Arboliva gets it as the only Pokemon in Generation 9. Why does Chloritzer, the Pulse-using Pokemon, the Mega Launcher, not get it?
Can I go on another Mega Launcher rant that's somewhat related, a little bit?
Absolutely.
Why the fuck did Armarouge and Cerulege not get Mega Launcher and Sharpness? They have an empty ability slot, and both of their signature moves work perfectly for that.
True. Honestly, listen, I'm a huge Mega... Listen, I love Mega Blastoise. He's my go. So I'm always a huge Mega Launcher enjoyer. So, give Mega Launcher to Armarouge and give Sharpness to Cerulege, because that won't go wrong at all for draft. Like, that won't make it, like, a 16-point mon in singles or anything. No.
I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be cool. I think it would buff Armarouge more than it would buff Cerulege. Just because Mega Launcher boosted armor cannons would go insane.
Assuming specs, Mega Launcher, armor cannon.
Yeah.
Brr.
Also, Mega Launcher boosts Origin Pulse, fun fact. So, you can make Kyogre a complete fucking nuke if you so desire.
That is extremely funny. Anyways, back on track. Yeah, honestly, like, this looks like such a good matchup for Kris. Like, the fact... Like, if Kris gets baited into going for fast, I think they could struggle. Because I think if they try and go fast and then rely on Palafin, the momentum lost by using Palafin could be an issue. But if they lean more into a slow, bulky style, I think it could go really well.
I think a notable issue is that Dusclops kind of has item clause, because, like, it wants to be both a Violet and Mental Herb. Because we saw Kris bring Mental Herb, Dusclops, I think, versus Cannor. And that Spectre fucking destroys non-Violet Dusclops.
It sure does. So, that is an issue. There is, like... I mean, you can't even really fake... You can't fake out the Spectre. You can fake out, like, the Whimsicott, but then, like, Covert Cloak exists. Like,
Yeah, there's no redirection. I feel like Kris kind of struggles to set Trick Room because of that. Unless it's, like, a mid-game, late-game option. But if Kris gets Trick Room up, I think he wins the game on the spot.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. Like, Drago doesn't really feel that great because, like, getting the speed control for it is kind of rough.
But again, if you can get speed control for it, there's no Dragon Energy switching.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Whimsicott, but Whimsicott's not going to do that much.
Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. I feel like Whimsicott, is so frail, it gets destroyed through the Dragon immunity by Dragon Energy.
It probably gets 2-hit KO by non-Terra Terra Blast.
Honestly, honestly, maybe. But it could also
It
just
would
be
not surprise me.
Terra Poison and just fuck it up.
True.
Yeah, I think. Moral of the story: everything on Kris's team should be Terra Poison.
True. Other than the Sclops, which you make Terra normal.
Yeah. Honestly, Terra normal Clops is the way to go. Unless it's like. And then game 3, Air pulls out the Terra Fighting Hidden or Terra Blast Spectrier, Choice Specs, and then one Trials the Dusclops, and then wins the game 3. Or he pulls out game 1 and Kris ends up not tearing, and it just looks very funny. Now those are the two options I see.
Yeah, like it literally comes down to speed control. I mean, that is pretty much a matchup with Air, right? Because like if you can get speed control against Air, then they are gonna struggle. But if you don't, then you probably are gonna take too much damage. It's just a reliability of it. Like it is really 50-50 to me.
I feel that, yeah. Spectre is just so good here, but like I think Kris just has an easier time bringing 6. It really is just hunt the Spectrier, and I feel like with how frail it is, it's kind of... I don't want to say easy, but it is kind of easy, because, like, Jet Punch from Palafin is going to be chunking that thing. Even when it's burned, it's doing, like, 30%, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's going to do a chunk. But as I say, I'm worried about Palafin, because, like, you do lose that momentum early. And if, like, you know... You lose that momentum early, and it's just like, cool, Tailwind, Nasty Block, Burr, or like Whimsicott, Beat Up, Cabalion, Burr. And you lose that momentum just because you're forced to bring Palafin and then switch it out. It's really awkward. Plus, there's still a Water Tauros, which kind of eats.
Yeah.
You have to bring Clear Amulet, because otherwise that thing it's like, you can Intimidate Cycle it so easily.
But then it's gonna get burned by other shit.
Yeah, like the Spectria or the Rotom, even.
I don't know. What do you think? Who do you think wins this matchup?
I'm going to believe that Kris can cook here, and I'm going to give it to Kris. I think they can get Trick Room up, or just play really well. I think they can play really well into this.
That's fair. I'm kind of thinking about it, because like I feel like these are kind of the scenarios where Air like kind of crumbles a little bit. Like I feel like I've seen Air get to this point a lot, and just kind of like, I don't want to necessarily say like fall apart, but Air kind of struggles to close the playoff race sometimes. And Kris has been cooking. Since they took over the team, they were like, nah, I believe in this team. I can cook. And they've been proving themselves right. So I don't know.
Yeah, they are, since taking over, they are 1-1.
Oh, wait, I didn't know that, oh yeah! Cam got a win versus Lyric, that's what it was. Because I was like, yeah, because I was like, I know Kris lost a game, but no, Cam won a game, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, they are 1-1 with the team, and they have shown that they are willing to cook with it. So,
I think I will give it to Kris, but I think Air's extremely capable in this matchup.
It's super close. So, yeah. Final matchup for Dusk.
Yeah. Alright. Well, my computer is groaning very loudly. Should be up in about 30 seconds. And presto! Alright. We got the Flowermount Finium, we got the Fairfax for Alligator. Lyric, still looking for her first win, I believe. Ares is either 2-2, or I don't know if they've played a Week 5 game.
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, they just won it, so they're 3-2. Okay.
Yeah. So they are looking to lock up playoffs here.
Yeah, or at least put themselves in a pretty commanding position to do so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ares has kind of been all over the place this season, I feel like. Big E's been kind of like... It's kind of hard for me to get a read on him.
They've certainly got the mons that they prefer, but... I mean, the mons that they prefer are the good mons, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I think this is like a top 3 team in the league. I think I'd be like... I would put like... I think nobody's at number 1. I think I put you at number 2. I think I put Big E at number 3. Me personally.
Personally.
I don't know. This is a weird one. It's a bit of a strange one.
I agree. I don't know where I'm going with this. Listen, my brain is just
Okay, well, first thing I'm noticing right off the bat is that Big E has a lot of special attackers, and Lyric has a lot of Pokemon that do not like to take special attacks.
True. My first thought was, damn, Ogerpon Cornerstone has never had a worse matchup in its
Yeah!
I'm like looking at potential like banded Dragon Darts, I'm looking at, you know, fake out pressure from Mienshao, I'm looking at
fucking double kick from Mienshao.
There is no shot against double kick. If Mienshao gets double kick and Zapdos Galar doesn't, I'm gonna cry.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I'm gonna cry.
If it gets high jump kick, that's the bigger crime, is that Galar Zapdos can get jump kick and a high jump kick. It's a bird, it has wings, of course it can fucking jump.
It does not. It doesn't. It does not.
What? Did they just remove double kick from the game and I didn't know about it?
No, because I brought it on my Tauros.
Oh yeah, I brought it on my Cinderace one time, so of course it has it. I brought it to it and to hit Porygon 2 that didn't miss. Why does Ogerpon get double kick? What the fuck?
Kicking. But yeah, also Bullet Punch from Metagross.
Wait, the fighting flying type that gets double kick is Flamigo? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm mad, but I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, like everything that Lyric has, Big E just has like an answer to it. It's like, oh yeah, you know, I've got this really fast Tailwind, and then Big E's like, yeah, but what if I got a faster Tailwind? Oh, but I've got Intimidate for some of your physical attackers. It's like, yeah, but, you know, inner focus on Mienshao and Clear Body on the top 2.
Yeah. I mean, I think Pulse runs special here, honestly. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Draco Meteor, Shadow Ball. All you need. Fuck, you can run Dragon Darts in the last slot if you want. Just Draco Meteor, Shadow Ball, Dragon Darts. And you run your fucking Grisius Orb, and you pretend you're Giratina.
True.
And you get your little boost.
The only thing I think Lyric really has going for them in this matchup is getting up Trick Room.
I agree.
Because getting up Trick Room isn't too bad. Because you can stall out the fake out from Mienshao and then follow me Trick Room pretty reasonably. And after that, Vikavolt does look pretty good. And maybe just some big ol' hits from Avalok can hurt some Pokemon.
I feel like Floor just kind of shuts that down. Gotta be honest.
Pretty sure Avalok gets Heavy Slam.
Well, I mean, like, I think Avalok is gonna get stopped by Arcanine, and I think Vikavolt is gonna get stopped by the Florges. And I don't know. I don't think either like seeing Electabuzz very much either.
No. Also, if the Trick Room stuff's coming, that means Bronzong's coming.
Yeah, and hello Arcanine, hello Iron Jugulus, hello Dragapult, hello Weird Ear that can click in Prison Trick Room.
In fairness against Arcanine, there is a, like, Heat-Proof Bronzong does look pretty decent here.
I mean, yeah, there's not really any ground moves on Big E's team. But it doesn't get Dark Proof, so oops.
No, I think, like, just on basis of using Bronzong before, I'm pretty sure that it can live 2 Shadow Balls from Dragapult after Citrus.
No way! From E-Belt? No shot from E-Belt. I could see itemless, but E-Belt no chance.
Bronzong's a beast.
It's a Dragapult! Oh, that's not Dragapult. Okay, I'm doing this calc because I am sad. How do you spell Dragapult? Dragapult. Okay, there we go. Alright, you keep talking to the people. I'm doing this calculation.
That's Dragouch. I was like, why does it say adaptability?
Oh, did you also put Dragouchi?
Yeah.
We are the same, you and I.
If it is Expert Belt, I'm pretty sure that it gets that it can live 2 after Citrus.
Wait, that's crazy. What do you mean wait, what? Hold up. Okay, I'm seeing this damage and I do not believe it. This damage is not real.
Bronzo's a beast.
I've used Bronzong before. What the fuck is 54 to 63?
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, well, the bright side is that it's going to be right next to like a Metagross or an Iron Jugulus that's also just going to hit it.
I mean, fair.
But there's also Follow Me or Ogerpon. I don't know. If I'm Big E in the scenario, I just run Imprison, Trick Room, Weirder, and I call it a day. I'm going to be honest.
That's also very fair. There is also the X Factor from Lyric of just randomly having Zoroark.
Yeah. But Zoroark doesn't really hit Jugulus or Weirder particularly hard. And I think that's like the dominant lead for Big E, at least in like game 1.
Yeah. But oh boy, if that Dragon Ball Shadow Balls into the Zoroark, and the Zoroark fires back.
With another Shadow Ball? Yeah, that's a big risk you gotta run with Dragon Ball here. Same with Mantro.
Yeah.
Mantro also looks really good here, but like
if you fake it out,
guy.
that's the big X factor with Lyric, because you just never know. Because you can lead Ogerpon, Cornerstone, and Bronzong, and then suddenly one of them is a Zoroark, and you have no clue which one it is.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm gonna set up my silly little Tailwind, and I'm gonna execute my silly little game plan, and then you get Hyper Voice, Booster, Throat Spray to the fucking dome.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm gonna give it to Big E, or Lyric can cook.
I'm in the same boat as you. I think I'm gonna give it to Big E, but Lyric can cook, especially because now she has nothing to lose. Like, at this point,
yeah.
You're 0-5. It's like when you're doing free throws in, like, basketball, and you airball the first one. It's like, I got nothing to lose. I just want to fucking hit the backboard. That's where Lyric's at right now. She just wants to hit the backboard.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure if she comes back next season, she can have a stronger season.
100%.
I'll tell her not to draft Stonejourner this time.
Or Crocodile.
No, I will tell her to draft Crocodile.
Fuck!
I'm a Crocodile believer.
Okay, real fast, before we move on to Dawn, because I didn't get an answer, so I'm now live interviewing a mod. Do I use my old team or my new team versus Gambit?
Let me check the mod chat.
Fuck.
Oh great. So the current answer is it's up to you guys. Need an answer.
I'm just gonna use. You know what? I'm just gonna put the new team on there. We're both out of playoffs. Who gives a shit? All right.
Yeah, we'll figure out. Anyway, what is this? Cathy and Rat. Ooh.
Yes. So this is a bit of an interesting one. Insofar as that this is Rath's last chance to avoid being knocked out of playoffs, and Cathy is a very good coach.
Very much so. They have made one transaction since last time. We kind of briefly spoke about it.
Yeah, the Dragalge.
They dropped Thwacky for Dragalge. Pokemon I am a big fan of. I think it's really solid. If they can get Trick Room up, it actually looks pretty reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've just realised. I think you made the mistake, the same one as last time, where it's Tinker Tink.
Fuck me! Okay, hold on. Hold on. How many weeks in a row have I put Tinkating on Ratsy? Was it a Tinkaton? I know it's been a few. I always forget to change it because I just copy and paste the teams from last week.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, there's that big hammer.
Oh, is it showing up on your screen? Hold up. We're gonna switch off.
Yeah.
And we're gonna... Oh, there it is. And we're gonna go back. Because what we do here is go back.
We go forward and back. We go forward and back.
True.
Cathy will get it. that one's for you, Cathy.
I was just thinking of like the iDubbbz intro, I'm gonna be honest.
So...
this is like such a bad matchup for Xianpao.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about Xianpao. I was like, there's an Oakapon Cornerstone.
What is there to say?
There's a Scrafty.
There's a Palafin, there's a Klefki, there's a Porygon too. And any of them can be Zoroark.
And any of them can be Zoroark. I was gonna say, like, how many reliable ways does Rats have to get rid of screens? Because, like, I feel like screens could go kind of nutso here. I know Okidogi gets Psychic Fangs.
True, and it gets Brick Break, probably.
Probably.
I would hope Xianpao gets Brick Break. I'm pretty sure Tinkaton gets it.
Pretty sure Swampert gets it.
Yeah, probably Serena gets it as well. There's a few ways, probably. I think so, I hope, maybe, potentially.
I hope so for Rat, because otherwise I think screens could be...
Yeah, otherwise he's kind of cooked.
And even then, Trick Room goes up, and things are going to go real south real quick for Rat.
Yeah, this is just... It's unfortunate for Rat, because, like, it's been such an awkward schedule, and, like, that's just the cut and dry nature of Dawn Division. The Dawn Division, WandaVision.
Though in fairness, Gouging Fire does look really good.
True. Gouging Fire can cook. Doesn't really get threatened by that much of the team, other than Golurk and Latios, which are very threatening. I guess Latios is like kind of easily dealt with, but Golurk is fucking scary.
Yeah, Latios is kind of like a very weird one here, because on one hand there's a Xianpao and a Tinkerton, but on the other hand there's an Okidogi and a Gouging Fire. So it's like, you kind of have to bring it, even though you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just bring Dragalge instead and set up your Trick Room and be fine.
Yeah, you kind of got the bulk to live through it. Though I haven't seen them do it all season, you do have Follow Me on the Oakapon.
Yeah, wait, that's true. Cathy's not been dodging that.
Cathy does not care. It's like, I am using Oakapon, I'm going to Sword Stance, I'm going to hit things.
Yeah.
Which is what you do with Fire Oakapon, in fairness, but, like, it still does have Follow Me, and here is, like, a prime example of when to use Follow Me.
100%.
Also, because then it would be slower than the Xianpao, and then you could smack it that way.
Yeah.
With Double Kick.
Fuck! A fucking Double Kick. It's always out there.
Hang on, does Scrafty get Double Kicked?
No shot. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I believe Golurk getting Double Kick before Scrafty, I'm gonna be honest.
I will look up both for you.
Thank you. This is just so hard for Rad, because all of his best Pokemon do fucking nothing here. Like, Tinkaton, my god, is such a bad week for Tinkaton. It's like,
yeah.
You hit Scrafty, woo! You hit Latios, woo! There's an Ogerpon, oh no! There's a Golurk, oh no! There's a Palafin, oh no!
Yeah. Like, knocking off the P2 is quite viable as well. Like, it's very nice. Even taunting it as well. Take out taunt, knock off Gigaton.
Even, like, Dragalge, which Tinkaton looks good into, I'm pretty confident that Dragalge is going to be, like, Terra Fire or Terra Ground. Just because, like, those are generally good types for it in this matchup.
I would say Terra Fire. You don't want to Terra Ground in front of Shenpao.
Yeah, I mean, true. But Terra Ground is nice, is juicy to that Gouging Fire. I guess you hit it with Dracometer anyway, so I don't know.
I'd say you hit it with Dracometers.
Yeah, my bad. I'm a little stupid around the edges.
It's fine. Speaking of Dragougi and Terra, I still don't understand how Terra and Adaptability works.
I think you lose the stab boost once you change your type.
Yeah.
So if you Terra Fire, you lose your Adaptability boost on Draco Meteor, so it's only 1.5x.
Yeah.
And I think Terra plus Adaptability, if you Terra into a non-stab type, it's 2x. If you Terra into a stab type, it's 2.25x.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Run Poison Point. Just fucking run Poison Point. Make it easier.
When I had it, I was like, listen, I don't know how this works. I'm just gonna pray I never have to Terra it.
I remember because someone was like trying to draft like Terra Porygon Z thinking it'd be broken, and then they learned that like Terra normal Tri-Attack from Porygon Z does this like the same amount of damage whether you're Terrasilize or not. You know, like this Pokemon is dog shit. What am I doing?
But yeah, this just looks like such a rough matchup for Rat. They've got so many things to worry about.
Yeah. This is like, just, I'm sorry, Rat. This was not your season. I think Cathy's got this. This is where Rat like really has to pull something out of his ass, and I think he can. No discredit to Rat.
He has to cook.
Yeah, he has to.
Rat is. He has to go into the kitchen, and he has to cook so hard and pray to God he doesn't burn up.
And pray to God that he can find a fucking way to deal with Trick Room because it's not looking great. I guess you have like your imprisoned Trick Room weird here.
Yeah.
Which looks good here. But like leave Scrafty P2. Yikes. Anyway. Yeah. I think we're gonna give that to Cathy. Let's move on to the actual Alolan Aloha Juice. Excuse me. And Swishy Splashers.
Yeah. We have confirmation you are using your new team.
My new team? Sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, I just changed it on my phone and I did not want to change it back. I'm gonna be honest.
Fair enough.
I changed every single fucking Pokemon because I did not like any of them.
To be honest, I've tried to do dock changes on my phone before, and it's pain.
It's so bad.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. Anyway, Vatrena and Blue. I think both these teams. So Vatrena is 2-2, and Blue is 2-3. That's the absolute state of things here. Speaking of absolute, Sinistra looks absolutely bonkers here. My goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, Torn is good into Sinistra, of course. But, like, there's a ride-on for the Torn. Shiftry looks good, and I know that Vatrena's been a big fan of that as well. So, I don't know. A lot of good stuff for Vatrena. Yo, Winda, you there? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just realized something.
Yo, what's up?
You know what kinda cooks Vatrena here? Hear me out. Torn next to Clear Amulet Mold Breaker Drill.
Huh. Wait a minute. I think you're onto something.
I think Torn Drill just kinda cooks.
We can finally taunt Goldango. The people are saved.
Or, kill it.
Yeah. I think, like, in general, like, Terra Electric Drill, or I guess something Terra Fairy Drill even. Actually, not, maybe not Fairy. Terra your Excadrill, and it looks really fucking scary here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe make it a bird. Make it Terra Fly so that we can hit the Sinistra and the Zapdos.
I don't hate Terra Fly. because I was like trying to think, like, do you run Terra Steel for like even stronger Iron Heads? It's like, no, then you get blown up.
By Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Exactly. But I still think those look really good. I think the bulk of Moltres also looks really solid here.
Yeah, Moltres is good, especially into the Gyapdos, which is otherwise really threatening for Vatrena here. It'd be even more threatening if it got double kick, but I trust me. I'm just saying. Iron Valiant is very good here as well. Like, Val kind of goes stupid in this matchup.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Blue's team. Blue kind of goes stupid in this matchup with the singles team. It kind of hits.
Yeah, honestly, like this looks really good for Blue. Like the Moltres, the Val, like Ogerpon can just be redirection support. Like you've got potential Sand if you want it, but I think just going with Mold Breaker just to make sure you can hit the Rotom is really nice. The fast Tailwind from Torn, Intimidate from Quillfish, which you don't want to bring because there's a Zapdos. Don't do that.
I was like, I had to think for a second, like, wait, which Quillfish are you talking about? And then I realized you don't want to bring either of them.
You don't want to bring either of the Quillfish.
Both like, need to stay home.
It's like Battle of the Quillfish, and they both get left at home.
You know what? Even both of you should bring your fucking Quillfish. Puff your chest out. Grow some chest here, I don't know. Do something. Feel a little bit. Live a little. Your playoffs are on the line, but who cares? It's about the Quillfish supremacy.
Yeah. By the way, I think actually these are both fighting for playoffs because I haven't updated the doc yet, so that means that Vatrena is actually 2-3. So these are both 2-3 coaches.
Ooh. Wait, who did Vatrena fight last week? Was it you?
Yes.
Okay.
We played yesterday.
Gotcha. Right. Okay.
You were late. So yeah, they are actually both the same differential and same record. So this is fight or die. But based on matchup alone, I gotta give it to Blue.
Yeah, I've been doubting Blue a lot in this season, and I think that's gonna change because I think. I'm sorry, Blue. I've not been recognizing your game as much as I should have been. You're a phenomenal coach, phenomenal player. I think you got this matchup pretty good. I think Vatrena's a lot of times really scary here. I think the grass types are going to be a problem. I think the Zapdos is a problem. I think the Rhydon's a problem. Screamtail's annoying as always. But Blue has a lot of really hard hitters and a lot of really good bulk that can kind of dance around Vatrena's team.
Yeah, I agree.
This is another matchup where Trick Room gets set up and one of them just wins immediately. But it's kind of like softened by the fact that Vatrena's best Trick Room abuser is Rhydon.
Yeah, and there's counterplay to it. And also there's not really a great way of setting up the Trick Room that's really reliable, because you can be like, oh, I'm gonna follow me plus Trick Room with the Mousehold Sinistcha. But we just talked about Torn Excadrill, and that's Bleakwind plus EQ. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta hit. If you don't hit it, GG's.
Just hit.
I think like, Blue has to hit a Bleakwind, which is very annoying, but I think that's the game he's playing.
And that's the game you play with Torn, unfortunately.
Yeah, 64% of the time it works every time.
True.
Alright. 2 to go. And we got a familiar face here. I feel like this is a matchup that pretty much everyone has been waiting for.
This is a very interesting matchup, and do you want to know why it's the most interesting? We've got the Trixie, or is it Tricky? Tricky Tricos? Or
Trixie Tricos.
Trixie Tricos and myself, the Everton Espeons. And the most interesting part about this matchup is, it's midnight my time. I have less than 8 hours to build a team. I haven't even started yet.
Oh my god, Winda. I guess if you're in playoffs, you don't give a fuck. But like, Jesus. Have you started?
So,
girl.
Here's the thing, right? So I knew one thing and one thing only. So both of myself and Otto, both 5-0, both secure for playoffs, made transactions. Otto now has King Gambit and Palisand over there, Tinglu and Berserker, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And I swapped out my E tier for a very suspect choice.
Quilladin!
So, because this is going up, I imagine, after my match, here's the thing. A certain someone has gotten a bit too comfortable, I think, spamming spread moves. So let's see what I can get away with. Because Quilladin does get wide guard, and that's the entire reason I drafted it. So let's see what I can get away with here.
Oh, wait, I like that. Didn't you make that, like, yesterday?
It was like a day before, like, transactions closed or something, or like could close for this week.
Wait, that is fire.
And I was like, I want to, because if it works, then it works, and then they've got to fear it. If it doesn't work, then I know. But yeah, you know, now I get to look at this matchup for like the first time.
Yeah. Hey, how's that King Gambit looking, huh?
You know, it's looking alright. You know, I've got a bear and a Tauros that outspeeds and bops it because it can't terror.
Yeah, but it can be defiant, and it can run aerial ace. I don't know.
And not outspeed Tauros, yes.
Ooh, you want to run Kudchu so bad.
Ooh, yes. I mean, to be fair, that is like their only physical attacker, other than, I guess, Medi. So, maybe I do. Honestly, I don't know.
It is kind of funny how much of this team is outsped by Tauros.
Yeah. And to that extension, Zapdos.
Yeah, you have the faster fast mode and the slower slow mode. Which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. They do have the faster Tailwind.
Yeah, but like, their Tailwind is Noivern. Sceptile is not a real Pokemon. Feel free to prove me wrong, Otto, because you've done nothing but that.
Otto's used Sceptile like once or twice to pretty good effect.
Really? Maybe I just didn't watch that
like,
one. I don't know. I still don't believe Sceptile's a real Pokemon, especially versus your team, where you have the Big Apple.
Oh yeah, against my team, it's like mediocre at best because like I've got a Salazzle, I've got a Zapdos, I've got an Appleton, and if you want to go further, I've got a Honchkrow and a Revavroom.
Yeah, it doesn't even get knockoff. What the fuck?
No, they brought Pledge with it. I think like last week. I want to say they brought Pledge recently.
That makes sense. Yeah, because they have 3 starters. Ooh. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Otto's so fucking cool. I fucking love Otto. I go.
Yeah, they did the Grass Fire Pledge, I believe.
Gotcha. That's the like burning Magma Storm effect.
Yeah, so the chip damage.
The Gmax Wildfire effect.
That is way worse than Gmax Wildfire, but you know.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
I miss Gmax. I miss Gmax Colossal exclusively. Everyone else can burn, but I love Gmax Colossal.
I love Colossal.
I would use it. I used it that one season with Bronzong, Primarina, and Tauros as enablers, and it was so funny every single time.
I had it in, what was it, season 3, where I had Sneasel and Dragonite as my
I forgot about Sneasel! Oh my god, that shit was so funny with Surf.
Surf. Oh, that was so good. And then I had Virizion to go with the Sneasel as well.
I feel like drafting Colossal really makes you appreciate how many random fucking Pokemon get Surf and Aqua Jet.
Yeah. It's so nice. I miss that team.
I remember one time, I think I used like Room Service Bronzong. Or no, I used Room Service Primarina with that team, so I could be like Tail Room with Bronzong and Colossal, so I could function in both Tailwind and Trick Room. So fun. Miss that Pokemon.
I think the finals of that season I brought Bulldoze Weakness Policy Colossal
Mm-hmm.
Because my opponent's team was so slow that their fastest Pokemon was Duraludon. And so it had enough speed that if I got a Bulldoze off, it undersped their everything on their team.
Yeah.
But then if I got an Aqua Jet off, it outsped everything on their team.
No, I had that happen a lot in my season because I used it in the minor division, the littler one, the little baby league.
Yeah.
I would have won that season if I didn't have to drop. Fuck me.
It's fine. I also dropped from that season.
Well, I dropped in semifinals. You dropped when you were like last. In the regular season. We are not the same. I would only do that in the other like 3 seasons I joined.
But yeah, I've got faster fake out, which is nice.
Yeah.
The thing is, Otto's creative, and the thing is, we're both locked for playoffs, so it's like, it's really awkward because I don't know, like, because I still want to win.
Yeah.
But I'm also bringing Quilladin.
Nah, Otto's the GOAT. He knows it all, even though he's probably bringing, like, I don't know, fucking Eruption, Typhlosion, plus, like, Overdrive, Toxtricity, plus Bleak Windstorm, Noivern. Fun fact, it gets that now.
I mean, I'm gonna vote for myself.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta. I feel like everything in my brain is telling me to vote you, but Otto's my fucking GOAT, so I'm going with Otto.
Yeah, this is like... I mean, it's super close. This one's going to be a weird one just because of the way that things have panned out. Like, obviously, if this happened earlier in the season and there was more playoff stuff.
Yeah, you two are fighting in, like, playoffs. That is happening. Cannot wait for that.
Yeah, we are almost certainly going to be fighting in playoffs. So it just depends on how they want to play it.
Alright. Last up, what's this? Holy fuck, a new team on the right? The Houston Dracos? Who the fuck is that?
Why is there a Tauros, Mike Wazowski, and Gabrielum?
Oh, I forgot about that. Alright, so what's nice is that you and I are going to be looking at this matchup for the first time together. But hello, I took over for Split's team. I'm out of playoffs. I'm 0-4 right now. So I'm just here to have some fun. I drafted a bunch of my besties, a bunch of my broskies. Jolteon and Primarina are in like my top 4 favorite Pokemon of all time. Chandeler's probably in the top 10. So yeah, I got a bunch of my goats here, and I'm up against Gambit, who is also out of playoffs, so we were both allowed to cook to our heart's content.
Alright, do you want me to tell you the real cook?
Yes.
Please tell me it still gets it. Please tell me it still gets it.
Yes.
Please tell me. Yes! Alright, so, you see that Meowscarada? It can be quite annoying. You've got a Chandelure, you got a Primarina. You know what you do? Double kick Jolteon.
No, Winda, you got it all wrong. I run Pin Missile Jolteon.
We loaded dice. You're right.
That will actually kill it. I swear on all that is sacred and holy. I think 2 hits of Pin Missile will kill it.
It probably will. I just remember Jolteon getting double kicked because in RDL, like a long time ago, I brought double kick Jolteon to proc weakness policy Lapras. I am a fiend.
This matchup is weird because I can't tell if I want to go fast or slow. Because if I go fast, my Tailwind user in Roaring Moon gets threatened a lot by the Ribombee, and I cannot Terrastalize. And my Electroweb Pokemon, Jolteon, does not hit the Ribombee because of Shield Dust. So fast is hard for me because Ribombee, but slow is hard for me because Cocaine Bear.
True.
But I feel like AV Prim kind of just like eats every attack for free, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean, about to say, Prim is probably one of the best Pokemon you could ask for into Blood Moon or Saluna here.
I might fuck around and bring like Terra Rock Primarina, just so I can live Blood Moon and like Shell Sidearm.
Yeah, like that's the main issue for Prim in the slow mode is going to be the slow Gala, but in the fast mode there's a Meowscarada.
Chandeler's really good here. Shadow Ball, Fire Blast hits incredibly hard. Or Heat Wave or Flamethrower, or whatever I choose.
Yeah.
Breloom also looks really good. If I can win the speed control war, I get spores off pretty effectively.
Yeah, who cares about like what the Rabombi's gonna do? You just like Tailwind and Spore it.
Also, I want to bring Parastrap so bad. I'm probably gonna try and fit Parastrap in the last 2 weeks because I want to get Parastrap off. I've been dreaming of drafting Parastrap for so fucking long, and now is my chance to actually do it. I remember the last season I joined, I wanted Gothitelle so bad, and then I wanted Gothorita, and they both got taken right before it could get to me. I was so mad. Whatever. Now I have Gothitelle Primarina. It's over for you motherfuckers. It's Jover. I'm winning this. I vote for me.
In fairness, I think there's a lot of rough things for Gambit here.
Yeah.
Because, like, Drago is not a Pokemon in this matchup. Blood Moon is struggling. Magmar kind of struggles. Like, there's a lot of key Pokemon that struggle, but also things like you mentioned, the Rabombi's pretty reasonable here. Meowscarada looks quite scary into a lot of your offensive threats. Slowbro can be really annoying in the slow mode. And maybe if you don't even deal with Comfey quick enough, then Comfey could be an issue.
Yeah. I'll bail.
But you know what? I'll give it to you. I think you got this. I think you're gonna crack out a win.
I think I can do it. I believe in me. My one and only, my diehard, my day one. I also, I'm gonna be honest. I think Jolteon kind of clicks Light Screen into this team, and it's very hard for Gambit to do damage.
No, you're clicking Pin Missile. I don't know what you're
talking
about.
My bad. I click Pin Missile, Light Screen, Electroweb, Terra Blast, Fighting. That's my 4. There we go. With that being said, thank you all for tuning in to the most scuffed edition of the Pickems yet. Thank you for Winda for putting up with my bullshit and also battling through a fucking migraine like a true goat always does. And then I bet against him. I'm a fake.
And then you bet against me. I can't believe it was the only difference we had. We agreed on everything except that.
Yeah. I was hot on you now. Now I feel like an asshole if I don't.
Nah, I don't care. I think in my recent video, I literally said, "Yeah, I know not everyone wants me to win because I've won too many times, so I get it." Like, I was like, I get it. Like, people can root against me. I understand.
I think it'd be so much more hype if Otto won, but also if you win with Quilladin.
I already know what I'm doing. I at least know my lead. Give me some credit. I'm leading Quilladin AV Tauros. That's all I know, though.
He's gonna be so confused. Oh man.
And I'm just like, I'll see what happens, and we'll see what happens for this week because I mean, this is a lot of ride or dies for a lot of people.
A lot of ride or dies, and a lot of and in Gambit's place, we have died. Oopsies.
You literally took over a team and immediately fell over.
Yeah, I just picked up his corpse on the ground. I was like, "Fuck, I'm dead too now." Regardless, thank you all for watching this hour 20-minute excursion as per usual. Have yourselves a great day. I'll get this up as soon as I can. Sorry about the shit quality. Blame my parents. Peace.
Bye.